in 1995 by 14 Filipino students at Brown University as an opportunity to voice the perspectives of silenced Filipinas and, by extension, all silenced women.
Our words celebrate the multiplicity and diversity of the Filipino culture and experience.
The Philippines is an archipelago made up of over 7,000 islands with over 70 different dialects.
Reflecting these diverse perspectives, Archipelega is made up of the females of the Philippine Alliance at Brown University.
Each semester, the members of Archipelega collaboratively write, edit, and perform new scripts. Today, Archipelega is
Sarah Day Dion
and Krija Amar. Archipelega was started in 1995.
1995? Wait, that's 18 years.
18 years of writing spoken word poetry.
18 years of sisterhood.
18 years of history. Her story. I was looking for the perfect story, rummaging through the archives of our free rights, drafts, and scripts.
A filing box filled with 18 years worth of snapshots of the lives of past Archie members. Their stories are still frames, frozen in time and space, wholly removed from the context.
We're never given the full story, yet somehow it's cohesive.
Individual stories diverge, yet somehow intertwine, a web connecting the narratives of 100 different women, brought together by shared experiences.
Brought together by Archie. And now it's time for us to tell our stories.
Sometimes I feel like my story isn't my own, like someone else was meant to play this part and I'm just the understudy. I desperately tried to fill his empty baby shoes and be the son they lost. He was the sun that set before he could breathe life into the world and touch the earth with his light. Why was someone so young not given a chance to make his mark? Why don't I feel good enough to take his place and claim it as my birthright? Just because he doesn't walk this earth, it doesn't mean his presence isn't felt. He is my guardian angel, silently guiding me through uncharted waters and lightening the path ahead. When I give myself every reason to hate this world, he reminds me to love it, to forgive it, to keep fighting for it, because our time here is precious.
She was precious, 5 years old, staring up at me from behind my tito's leg with wide open eyes. She thinks I'm a stranger.
Sammy, don't be shy. Take a picture with your Nina and Krija.
She doesn't remember me, doesn't remember the hands that held her at her christening. Her attention span does not allow her to recognize the young woman who travels 100 miles every year to visit her on her birthday and on Christmas. But I remember. I remember hearing her cry as the priest bathed her in holy water. I remember lighting a candle in hopes that it would light her way. I remember holding her for the first time and immediately loving her. And no matter how many times she forgets, I will always love her.
She will always love me, but some nights I resented her. My mother would take off in the middle of the night without notice in pursuit of cigarette fumes and shuffling card decks. Blackjack was her Achilles heel. Her mouth would write checks that her luck couldn't cash. The next morning, she would come home with a fake smile and desserts as if the past 24 hours could be redeemed with a piece of chocolate cake. In every person's life, there is one person you love, one person you loathe, and one person you cannot live without. But sometimes that one person is all three. Despite her flaws, my mother is my best friend and my biggest fan. Only a mother would work 3 jobs to send her daughter to college. The love of a mother can fix the impossible tears and dry the wettest of tears. I will forever be in debt to her unconditional love, and I will treasure her sacrifices for a lifetime.
A lifetime. That's how long it feels like I've known you. Before I met you, I used to think I was perfectly fine being lonely. As long as I didn't invest feelings into other people, I could never get hurt. True friendship wasn't worth the risk. Yet somehow you wormed your way into my life. You taught me what it felt like to be truly accepted and what it meant to truly care about someone else. Suddenly, my fears no longer mattered because the fear of pain could mean nothing to how much I wanted to see you happy. You taught me that the love of a friend was more powerful than I could ever imagine, and that is something I will never forget.
I will never forget the note that changed my life. I was sitting in the International Olympic Committee when it was handed to me, scrawled haphazardly on notebook paper, but carrying emotional weight. Enough to pack a decent punch. It took everything in me not to cry in front of 100 strangers, so I ran as fast as 4-inch heels could take me. Model UN was not for me. But he told me to put it in perspective. So what if their dads might be CEOs and mine grew up on the farm? Sure, they might have their SAT prep courses and international school trips, but I have a curiosity and drive that cannot be bought. My high school history teacher was the first person to tell me the value of my presence and have me believe it, that I deserve to be here. He taught me to see the note as an opportunity for hope, not defeat.
But I felt defeated. I felt sad, I felt angry, but most of all, I felt wrong. Wrong because I knew my feelings were irrational, yet despite knowing this, I still had to suffer them. It was a chemical imbalance and a lifetime of conditioning that taught me to see this world as hopeless, to see myself as worthless, and no matter how many times people tried to tell me it would get better, I could never believe them. Yet, here I stand before you today. I have not been beaten yet. Every day that I drag myself out of bed is another day that I prove to myself that I am worth something. And maybe one day I'll convince myself that I can be a strong, independent Filipina woman.
A group of Filipino women sit together.
Different heights and skin tones, Hapas and full-blooded islanders.
They sit together in a circle, passing papers right to left, pouring their words and souls out to one another.
What brought us here? We come from all across the world.
Yet somehow in this circle we are the same, connected by roots that grasp themselves firmly in island soils,
Histories which follow the movement of our people across oceans,
and the struggle to find our place as Filipino women.
We are island daughters, grown in foreign land, fighting to be heard.
We are sisters not by blood but by soul,
By sound, voices
overlapping, reaffirming, echoing.
We are Archipelega, and together
We have a voice. We are not the sole writers of the stories we are living.
My story is not just my own, but a combination of the stories of my parents, my friends, and even strangers in passing.
It is not some yellow brick road journey, paved neatly in front of me, leading to Oz.
It's more like the streets of Providence.
Unpredictable potholes,
One-way streets.
secret shortcuts,
And these fucking
and these
hills.
fucking hills! Every person we meet is a piece in the collage that makes up who we are.
We take them with us wherever we go.
We write each other's
In
stories,
permanent ink.
never forgotten, always with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.